Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I will teach you, or mostly I would say, show you how you can compare objects in PHP, because indeed objects are different depending how you compare them. So if I have the class myObject1, so this is a simple class, and I will just have an attribute. It will be name, and so I will have a public constructor, something simple. If you know a little bit PHP and OOP, object-oriented programming, is a constructor, a property name, and so we just instance the name. So we just instance that name with the value. Beautiful, and that's one object. And here, if I do my object, perfect, we create a new object and we initiate the object, and so it will be my object. We use new to create the new object, and here we just do Pierre, single quote, double quotes, doesn't really matter, like this. Perfect. And here, if I create another object, so it will be a new instance, and I will again create with the same object. So it's the same object but a new instance. So it's two distinct objects, as you can see. And here Pierre, or it could be Henry, for instance. And now, if I want to compare this, compare equals, and here we do my object, and first we will use the normal comparison. So we just compare my object1 to my object2, the normal one, because we won't use the identity strict comparison for now. We will just use the normal way to compare two objects with double equals and object. So equals object2, and I can do a var dump to see what we get from here, what boolean. We just have a semicolon. Perfect. Or I think I just made a typo. Compare 16. Yeah, now it should work. You see, it's false. So why is false? Well, if you do this, now let's check. Now it's true. It's because the value of the property here was different. So it will check if the object is exactly the same, if we have exactly the same inside. I could have cloned it. So object2 clone my object, and here we will have, oops, I think I did. Perfect, sorry. So I clone my object2 with my object. I just forgot the equal sign. So now this has been fixed, and is true as well. However, if I use the identity comparison, so the strict comparison, equals, triple equal sign, I will see, so it will be false because it refers to a different object. The instance is not the same. We have two different references. So we have two distinct references, and this is my object and my object2. Now if I do my object2 equals to my object, like this will be true. However, again, when I use the strict comparison operator, no matter if it's the same object or not, but if I create a new object, so even if it's the same class, exactly the same, But if it is two different objects, well, it will be false, because in the memory allocation in the computer, it will be two different reference, and this is why it will be false. So double equal sign, it will just check if it's the same object with the same value. So like I did here, if I have exactly the same here, this one will be once again true. But as soon as I change the value of the object, it will be false. And when I use the triple equal sign, so the strict comparison operator, it will be false.